If you struggle to deep squat without falling over backwards, then I want to show you today something that will help you fix this issue for good. So what you need to understand is that at the bottom of a squat, a few things need to happen. Your pelvis needs to move in between your thigh bones. And your pelvis and your head, they need to be more or less vertical. Because if you keep going like this, let's say in your squat, you descend, and then at this point, instead of sending your pelvis in between your thigh bones and getting your pelvis and your head more vertical, if instead you keep going back this way, then do you see how you're never going to reach the bottom and that you're always just going to fall over backwards more and more? So it really comes back to, I'll say it again, it really comes back to being able to send your pelvis in between your thigh bones, regardless of your stance, and to get your pelvis and your head more vertical. So how you can start to progress towards this is you can grab a weight, and this will help you find the proper balance. You're going to grab a weight like so, put it in front of you, I don't really care where, just have it in front of you, and then you're going to hinge over just a bit, okay, like stick your butt back just a bit, and then from there, try to drop straight down. And then at the point where you feel like, oh, I'm tempted to send my butt back more and try to get lower, no, don't do that. Instead, you go the other way. You send your pelvis forward in between your thigh bones. And you see how that then helps get my pelvis and my head more vertical, and that then gets my butt closer to my heels. And you'll know that you're getting this right when you can feel a massive stretch around your groin or your inner thighs, and maybe even your glutes as you get into that range where you're really challenged. And maybe that range where you're really challenged, maybe it comes sooner, maybe it comes around here. Then just work there. This is then your range of motion for now. Keep finding that stretch. That will tell you you're moving your pelvis forward in between your thigh bones enough, and then over time, keep progressing with that. Keep going, keep finding that stretch, keep sending the pelvis in between your thigh bones and getting more vertical with your pelvis and your head, and before you know it, boom, you'll be at the depth that you want, okay? So that is the ultimate solution to ending your issue of falling over backwards in your attempts at deep squats. And before I end this video, I also have to make the disclaimer, hey, if your knees can't even bend by this much, then obviously that is going to limit your squat depth as well, okay? But if you've already cleared that, if you can do this, if you can hold your leg like this, then you know your knee mobility is not the issue here. And it's the same with the ankles, okay? If you can get your knees slightly beyond your toes, that's really all the ankle mobility that you need. You don't need crazy ankle mobility to get all the way down in a squat. See, you need to focus more on the hips like I've described in this video. So that's that. Got any questions? Leave them in the comments below.